Imagine a weapon capable of wiping out dozens of cities in minutes. Now picture that nobody, not even the world's most powerful militaries, knows exactly where it is. Hidden in the depths of the oceans, nuclear ballistic missile submarines are the deadliest war machines ever built by mankind. They're at the core of the nuclear strategy for countries like the United States, Russia, China, the United Kingdom, and France. In this video, you'll understand why these true doomsday weapons are considered the ultimate nightmare of modern warfare, and how their very existence keeps the world balanced on the edge of chaos. A nuclear ballistic missile submarine, known as an SSBN, is a submersible platform built to launch intercontinental missiles armed with nuclear warheads. Unlike conventional submarines, these giants are powered by nuclear reactors, allowing them to stay underwater for months without surfacing to refuel. They're virtually invisible, silently patrolling the oceans while carrying weapons powerful enough to destroy entire nations. The true power of SSBNs lies in their unique mix of destructive force and their ability to disappear. A single submarine can carry dozens of missiles, each one equipped with multiple warheads, ready to hit targets anywhere on the planet. Because of this silent lethality, SSBNs are seen as the last line of defense and attack in the event of nuclear war, forming one of the three pillars of the so-called nuclear triad, alongside strategic bombers and land-based missiles. Nuclear ballistic missile submarines aren't just machines of destruction. What truly makes them so threatening is a combination of three factors: invisibility, mobility, and overwhelming firepower. When it comes to invisibility, they're designed to be almost undetectable. Advanced noise reduction technologies make it nearly impossible for enemy sonar to track them. That means even if a country launches a surprise nuclear attack, some SSBNs are almost certain to survive, ready to strike back. In terms of mobility, these submarines patrol vast, unpredictable areas of the ocean, constantly shifting positions. Adversaries spend billions trying to track them down, and almost always fail. When it comes to firepower, each submarine carries intercontinental missiles loaded with multiple nuclear warheads. A single SSBN can wipe out several cities in just minutes. With weapons like America's Trident II or Russia's Bulava, capable of hitting targets over 10,000 kilometers away, there's virtually no defense against a full-scale attack. It's this combination that supports the logic of nuclear deterrence. No country dares to strike first, knowing that even after a devastating attack, the enemy would still be able to respond with full force. That's the balance of terror, and SSBNs are the scariest part of the equation. The story of these submarines begins during the Cold War. Fear of a surprise nuclear strike pushed the United States and the Soviet Union to fast-track the development of these weapons. In 1960, the U.S. launched the USS George Washington, the first submarine capable of firing ballistic missiles while submerged. The Soviets responded quickly, building their own classes like the Hotel and Yankee. In the following decades, the race only got more intense. In the 1970s, the U.S. introduced the Trident missile, with intercontinental range and multiple warheads. The Soviets doubled down with even bigger subs and deadlier missiles, like the Delta class. It didn't take long for other nations to join the game. China, the United Kingdom, and France all started developing and modernizing their own fleets. Today, SSBNs are the result of decades of technological breakthroughs, espionage, political rivalry, and massive investments. The goal has always been the same: to make sure that no country could ever win a nuclear war without facing catastrophic consequences. Today, the power of these submarines is concentrated in the hands of just a few countries. In the United States, the backbone of the fleet is the Ohio class. There are 14 of these submarines, each capable of carrying up to 20 Trident II missiles, with a range of over 12,000 kilometers and multiple warheads per missile. They patrol the oceans almost non-stop, always ready to respond to any threat. In Russia, the spotlight is on the Buray A class. These are modern subs equipped with Bulava missiles, each one capable of hitting targets over 9,000 kilometers away. In 2025, the Russian Navy brought its fifth Buray A into service, the Knyaz Pozharsky, which has already been the target of Ukrainian cyber attacks, exposing security flaws and proving that even the most advanced machines have vulnerabilities. Russia still operates Delta IV class submarines, but the future is all about expanding the Buray fleet. In China, the main force is the Type 094 Jin class. There are 6 of these subs currently in service, each armed with JL-2 missiles that can strike targets up to 8,000 kilometers away. China is pouring resources into new models and stealth improvements, determined to solidify its position as a global nuclear power. The United Kingdom maintains its deterrence with the Vanguard class. There are 4 subs, all based in Scotland and armed with Trident II missiles shared with the United States. The next generation, called Dreadnought, is already under construction and should enter service in the next decade, bringing even greater stealth and onboard technology. France, meanwhile, relies on the Triumphant class, 4 submarines, each equipped with M51.2 missiles capable of delivering nuclear warheads over 9,000 kilometers. Discreet, powerful, and constantly being upgraded, they ensure that France remains a relevant player in the nuclear game. Today, the global SSBN fleet numbers only a few dozen submarines, but that's more than enough to keep the balance of power and mutual fear alive among the world's great powers. Life on these submarines is anything but glamorous. The crew spends months confined in tight spaces, without sunlight, and completely cut off from the outside world. Everything is controlled to the extreme. Recycled air, rationed food, a routine divided into intense work shifts with just a few hours of rest. Time passes slowly, measured only by tasks and the rare moments of downtime, like a quick TV session in the mess hall. Isolation takes a heavy toll. The psychological stress is constant. Every sailor knows that, at any moment, they could receive the order to launch nuclear missiles. The responsibility is enormous, and this routine requires serious mental and physical strength. It's no exaggeration to say that operating such a machine of destruction takes almost superhuman discipline. Still, for many, serving aboard an SSBN is a source of pride. They know their job is crucial for the country's security and, paradoxically, that they are the key to keeping the peace through fear. In global geopolitics, nuclear ballistic missile submarines are much more than just weapons. They are symbols of power, tools of intimidation, and, at the same time, guarantees that total destruction will never be an easy decision for any nation. Their very existence forces the world's powers to think twice before escalating any military conflict. The silent patrol of these submarines keeps a delicate balance that prevents nuclear war. It's a peace sustained by the mutual fear of total destruction, a cold logic, but one that has worked so far. In the end, these machines are the product of cutting-edge technology, strategy, and a fair bit of global paranoia. And as long as they exist, the world will continue to live under this invisible shadow, the certainty that, in just seconds, everything could change forever. If you want more direct and up-to-date analysis on the world's major military forces, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you won't miss any episode of Global Defense Report. See you in the next video.